What's good, everybody? Happy Saturday. I hope everybody's having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. I can't complain. I went grocery shopping today and I bought some what is it called? Some body wash. And you know how sometimes so I went grocery shopping today this morning and I went and got a whole bunch of stuff, but I went and got some body wash. And you know how like you just be doing stuff and you just remember something at a time. I'm like, I don't remember bringing them out the body wash upstairs with the incense, and then I went and looked and I can't find the body wash. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I thought about that right before I went live. Okay. But I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late. We are here today to talk about Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 21. And the name of the episode is called Episode 21. But I want to name the episode She Knew Better. She, as in Aniya. Aniya knew better. Okay? I wanted to come down here and talk about this live because I knew that if I tried to just started talking, but I just felt like last night's episode was so good where I needed to take notes and talk about it, but I didn't want to do a pre-record because I feel like it would have just taken me all day, and I didn't want to try to be perfect because I feel like I'd be trying to be perfect in pre-records when I try to put my clips stuff in. So I was like, listen, I don't got time to try to do all that today. Let me go ahead and go live and talk about it because, baby, this was a good episode of Love Island USA. And I knew that it was going to be a good episode of Love Island because it was going to be a recoupling, and I knew that there was going to be egg on somebody's face. I knew it was, okay? But before we get started, let's see who all in here, and then we're going to talk. And if I get done within, which is I don't think that I will, baby, because I got a whole bunch of notes. If I get done within an hour and 15 minutes, I'll drop the link, okay? But let me see who up in here. Madison Holly, what's good? Chelsea, what's good? Trinity and Bryce are scamming, and I hate it. But I don't understand. See, we're going to break that down, too. That's what we got to talk about, too. Because Trinity run her mouth too much, and she like to got popped in it. Mism, what's good, bro? Trinity was feeding for a stab, and she had no idea what was she going to get stabbed from. Rosie Posey, what's good? The Inform, what's good? Lorraine, this is why the suburban girls like Aniya need to stay from poor ninjas. Is she really suburban? Because I ain't never known no suburban girl or girl that grew up with money running around in the promo saying, I need some egg. I need some of that thing. Last night felt like Baddies Island USA. London Richard, you are correct. And if we're going to talk about where the baddies started coming from, it was coming from the girls that was already in the villa. It was coming from the girls who was already in the villa. It definitely didn't start with TT. Monami, what's good? I can't wait to hear your take on Casey and Aniya. I'm going to be fair. I'm always fair. That's how I know how to be, is fair. Hello, Mimi Kitty. What's good? I'm so happy that all of y'all are tuning in to Love Island USA. It's a really good show. I like the premise of the show. I think that it could be a lot better, but I think that the game is rigged. Lexi Lane, what's good? Ray J, what's good? Breach, what's good? I've been waiting on this. Oh, thank you. JW say, when I tell you last night was peak television, I'm glad that you were watching it, JW. It's really a good show, y'all. Dr. Do It Yourself, what's good? Oh, good boy. What? She Fancy, what's good? Laura Brown, what's good? Color Me June, what you mean, TT? That's what they said that she had. They said that she, but we don't know. Listen, I'm not judging nobody because I wasn't there. You don't know what you'll do to get somebody up off you. Ashley, what's good? I am Lady Chris, what's good? Mism, what's good? They said on Twitter that she has, and somebody had a restraining order. Now, I knew about the restraining order out on her, and I also knew that she went live with, what is the streamer name? What's good, Couture Bear? I was just watching your video while I was listening to your video earlier today when I was at the store. Your video about Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla. And I believe I agree with everything that you said. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know who. I knew that she did a stream with Deshae Frost. I knew that she was on a stream with Deshae Frost, but I'm not surprised because she's in LA. The girls in the villa are whack. The OG cast is weird. It's not Friendship Island, and that's why the show is not good. But I think that goes both ways. Okay? But let's go ahead and get started because I got a lot to say. Again, we are here to talk about Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 21. And the name of the episode is called Episode 21. She Knew Better. Okay? That's what I'm calling it. She Knew Better. Okay? So It's still the same night that the postcards came in, okay? We are still in the villa and at Casa, and this is still the night that the postcards came in, okay? So we see Kenzie and Dylan having a chat, and Kenzie said that she almost failed the 5th grade. She said that she wasn't listening, and that's the reason why she went into nursing school, to prove to herself that she was smart. But my thing is, you lived with that, Kenzie, I was 10 when I was in the 5th grade. You lived from almost failing the 5th grade from 10 until now, and that made you want to become a nurse because you wanted to prove yourself that you wasn't dumb? And all you did was become a nurse? You didn't try to become a doctor? You get what I'm saying? My thing is, you trying to prove that you wasn't dumb. Why not try to become a doctor? But you lived from that. I would have been over with it once I passed the 6th grade, right? Once I got in the 6th grade and I passed, I was like, y'all knew I wasn't dumb. I just wasn't listening. But you did all of that. You did all of that to just become a nurse. And from the stuff that you say, I just went to the eye doctor probably 2 weeks ago. And I know what you were saying about the vision was not correct. You don't seem to be very, very smart. You don't seem to be very, very smart. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, Big TT. Now, what was said? I heard TT say, I'll let you live tonight, baby. Baby. Listen, okay? So then we get Corbin and Parmida. Is it Parmida? Pardima? I'm going to get her name wrong, okay? Corbin asked her how did she feel about the pictures that they got from the Villa girls. Pardima said that she felt that what Corbin and Kenzie had was just sexual chemistry. I feel like the majority of the viewing audience thinks the same thing about Corbin and Pardima, whatever the girl name is. I feel like that's what the audience thinks of y'all, that all y'all have is sexual chemistry. We have yet to, and y'all both like to go to the gym. But other than that, we don't see y'all doing nothing but kissing, and you get what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. Okay? Then we see Bryce talking to Sydney. Bryce said that it's been hard for him. Bryce thought that he was going home. Once he saw Trinity on that picture with Corey, and he saw that it was a black-looking man with tats, he thought that he was going home. So that's why it was a hard day for him, okay? Sydney said that Bryce was in her top 2, and she didn't do a good job of showing him. Girl, I know game when I hear it. I know game when I hear it. Baby, that man wasn't in your top 2, baby. You trying to get into that villa. You trying to get into that villa. Now, if I had forgot that if I would have watched the episode last night when it premiered and I would have downloaded the app, I would have voted for you just for that. Because you trying to get your way into the villa talking about he was in your top 2. That man was not in your top 2, girl. That man was not in your top 2, okay? Now, Sydney went back into the glam room and she said that she was going to pet Bryce's head that night because he felt that he was so sad, okay? Thank you for the super chat, Suez Canal. Persian Kitty, what is her real name, though? I don't want to claim her because at 27 years old, that ain't no kitty no more, baby. At 27 years old, baby, that ain't no kitty no more, baby. That's a cat. Arr, baby, that's a cat, baby. So I thank you for the super chat. She said, I came here at least 10 times to see if you was live and posted, and YouTube still failed to send notification, those bastards. Thank you to Parmida. Okay, I think I got it written down right there. Parmida, baby, that's a cat. That ain't no kitty. Thank you for the super chat, Suez Canal. Okay, then back at the villa, we got Aniya. Now, Aniya is saying, I think that Casey is fine as fuck, to be honest, and I want to be with fine shit. Okay? And so I'm taking it that she doesn't think that Carl is fine shit, because what was the purpose of her making that statement if she thought that Carl was fine shit? Right? And so Trinity said, you let your fine shit keep doing you dirty, bitch. Keep being a dummy. And this is the thing with Trinity for me. Trinity got too much ship on her dip. She got too much ship on your dip, because while I do appreciate her for trying to keep it real sometimes, the truth of the matter is that nobody, and I do mean nobody, in the house has been done more dirtier than the way Bryce has done her. She has been done the most dirtiest in the house by any nigga in the house, baby. Yes, she has. Yes, she has. And we got to be honest about it, and we got to be honest about what we see. Okay? She got in front of Bryce's door because he didn't want her, right? She got in front of Bryce's door. He didn't want her. She felt that he didn't want her, so they both stood on red. They went and both explored a bombshell. Both of the bombshells rejected y'all. And she lost to a bitch. And what I'm never getting off of, she lost to a bitch with one leg. You lost to a bitch with one leg. And then y'all got put together by default. Then he tried to explore with that same bombshell that rejected him over you again. She rejected him 3 times. She rejected him 3 times. And he got back with you. He didn't want to be with you. He was trying to run away from you. So if it's anybody in the house that's looking dumb, right? It's you. And I got more than I can add, but we'll just stop right there right now, baby. But this man was rejected by her, by girl. That man still don't want you. He said, I will go and try to shoot my shot with Kata again before I be over here with you. And y'all want me to believe that it's real. Absolutely not. It's not real, baby. It's not real. So they go to bed. At the villa, everybody is asleep except for Kenzie and Dylan. They making out, of course. And then at Casa, everybody is asleep except Casey and TT. They making out. Amara and Sincere are making out. And it looked like Parmida and Corbin could have been fucking because her legs was cocked wide open, and he looked like he was inside of them, but it was covers around the legs, but he was definitely between the legs. So I don't know if he had his whole body was in between her. You get what I'm saying? Parmida, I know that you're not in no. I know that you wasn't over there at Casa giving it up like that, baby. Let me know in the chat what y'all think. Y'all think they was really doing it? Because her legs was cocked open. Did y'all see it? On Love Island, especially when they get ready to go to sleep, you got to pay attention to what they doing at nighttime. Let me know what y'all think. Of course, 4 is done. What do you mean? I caught that with Corbin and Porn Pussy too. What? Baby, her legs was wide cocked open. That Corbin has loose waist. Yes, he does. Yep, we saw it. But what do y'all think they was doing? Do you think he was DJing? Or do you think he was doing a real thing? Bryce looks dirty. He's a vagabond. Yes, they was hunching, girl. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's no way. No way. There's no way. Casa girls were whores. Oh my God, so you see. Now, baby, we can't listen. Listen. Baby, you need to say Casa girls and Kenzie. Okay? So, Amara, baby, I'm so embarrassed for you, Amara. You was over here doing your affirmations in the mirror and stuff, talking about today it's going to do thing and everything is working out perfect for you. And maybe your affirmations worked out for you, baby, because maybe, you know, things is working out so you didn't end up with Sincere and that was perfect for you. But my thing with Amara, girl, you knew better. You knew better to be over there messing with a Sincere. You knew that wasn't real. You knew that wasn't real. You knew that man wasn't about to pick you. You knew it, okay? So at breakfast, Ronnie ended up making breakfast for Jen, right? Remember, Jen is coupled up with Gal, right? And so Ronnie ended up making breakfast for Jen. And if I'm Jen, I'm offended, right? I'm offended with Gal because if Ronnie want to make me breakfast, that's going to be extra. But I brought you into this motherfucking house. You going to make me, so I don't give a fuck what Ronnie come in here and bring. Let me know. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel me. I wouldn't give a fuck what Ronnie want to make me. Whatever he make me going to be extra. Get your ass in here and bring me my motherfucking breakfast. So not only are you out here chatting with another bitch, but you didn't come in here with my 4 motherfucking breakfast. You just came in here with some coffee. White nigga, please. White nigga, please. I would call Ariana myself. Get the dirty looking motherfucker out of here. Get his ass on up out of here. I wouldn't give a fuck what Ronnie was making. You bring your ass in here and you bring me my 4 motherfucking breakfast. I wouldn't give a damn. Shit. Okay? And so back at Casa, Caleb is talking to Sincere. Kayla said that he's missing the Casa girls, but the girls in Casa move different from the girls at the villa. Okay, Sincere said the Casa girls move like the outside world. The villa girls are too clicked up. They don't want to explore, and that's what we're here to do. Sincere says before the letter, he forgot what Mel looked like in a bad way, right? But he said when he seen the postcard, it reminded him of what she looked like. So it gives me that he was only here for the looks. He think that Mel is good. That's the only thing is that he's here for Mel physical. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, love free. Gal looks like a 70 porn star. Right. Jen got to be the dumbest bitch alive. Jen got to be the dumbest bitch alive. She got to. Thank you for the super chat, love free. Okay. See, Bougie say, hey, good boy, I'm late. The Villa girls had me hot and I needs to go home. Yes, she do need to go home, but the game is rigged for her to stay, baby. The game is rigged for her to stay. Good boy, who did you vote for last night? I forgot to put it in. I didn't vote. I don't never vote because I be catching the episode so late. You can only vote within 2 hours. I don't ever watch nothing live. Okay? So then we got Kenzie and Dylan. Okay? Now, Carl. Oh, no. Back at the Villa. We got Corey and Mel. Okay? Corey planned this romantic date for Mel. It was breakfast on the rooftop. Okay? He ended up telling her, I know you're going through a lot. I want to be here to help you relieve all this stress. And Mel ended up asking him for a kiss. Okay? She said this was the sweetest thing that someone has ever done for her in the villa. And I thought that was very telling that this was the sweetest thing that somebody has done for her in the villa. But when she kissed Corey, I instantly knew that she was not going to pick him. That kiss, I'm a people watcher, right? That kiss gave me, it was a pity kiss, right? To say, I appreciate you, what you're doing, and I appreciate you showing up the way that you're showing up, but my heart is somewhere else. And my heart is with Sincere, right? Sincere got his hooks up in me, right? But my thing with Mel is Sincere isn't being thoughtful like this. So why are you staying with Sincere? Why are we staying with Sincere if he's not being thoughtful and thinking of you? Girl, Sincere wasn't even bringing you breakfast when Soul was in the house. This is my thing to me, where I would, this is the thing with me. If I was in the house, and let's just say he was coupled up with Soul, even though you coupled up with Soul, don't let me be in the motherfucking glam room and you know about this bitch some breakfast and bring me nothing. I know you coupling it up with her. You get what I'm saying? At least bring me an omelet or something. Bring me a cup of coffee, some water. Bring me something. You get what I'm saying? To just let me know that you're thinking of me. But just because you coupled up with somebody, you gonna come in here, you ain't bring me nothing. I would never fuck with Sincere again, and I mean that from the bottom of my soul. I mean that from the bottom of my soul. I wouldn't give a damn what y'all talking about. But I think that Melanie still think that she big a little bit. Or Sincere probably be the better. Like, I think that they think that Sincere is pretty. And sometimes the girls get caught up on pretty. You get what I'm saying? Let's see. Then we get Kenzie and Dylan, okay? Carl ended up escorting her to the Villa Spa. And I don't know if Dylan was a masseuse in real life or not, but, you know, he was waiting and playing like he was a masseuse. And he said it was at their special spot where they shared their first kiss. Girl, baby, the first kiss was just yesterday. You act like that. You know what I'm saying? Dylan was acting like the first kiss was 3 weeks ago. Nigga, the first kiss was just yesterday. Okay? He ended up asking her favorite snack. Well, she ended up asking him his favorite snack. He said his favorite snack was milk duds. Who the fuck eat milk? I haven't ate milk duds since I was a kid. She said the hers was almond joys. I don't really like coconut. I have phases of what my favorite snacks are, but I really love Snickers. Snickers are my favorite right now if I'm talking about chocolate. And if I'm talking about like fruity stuff, I love the Lifesaver gummy bears. Those are really, really good. Try them out if you get a chance to. Okay? Kenzie said that Dylan did a good job, but she's still hoping that she can still explore with Gal. He did a good job, but she's still hoping that she can still explore with Gal. Girl. Okay, so then we get Jen talking to Gal. We get Jen talking to Gal, and Gal owns a coffee and a surf shop. Okay, Jen ended up asking Gal to teach her how to surf, and he said it's going to be tough because I get frustrated. And when he said that, I was thinking to myself, Jen, run. This man don't want you. This man don't want you. I felt like that she said that in a way to try to flirt with him. You get what I'm saying? And my thing is, why would you get frustrated with teaching your spouse or like somebody that you're interested in how to serve? You get what I'm saying? It's giving me red flag. He don't like you, baby. Just let it go. He don't like you. There's nothing that I'm getting from Gal that's giving me that he's into you, mama. And I know that you into him, that you got a crush on him. I don't really see it. But it's giving me he not into you, mama. You need to run. Thank you for the super chat, love. I appreciate it. He keeps paying her dust. Yeah, what do you mean that you're going to be frustrated? What do you mean you're going to be frustrated? I don't like that. Jen is not pretty to me at all. That's okay. But that does, you know, she don't got to be pretty to you at all. But Gal, I bought you in this house. about you in this house. Okay, but the girls didn't seem like that they really had to talk to, well, they did. I don't know why she brought Gal into this house. Okay. Then we get Trinity and Ronnie having a conversation. Okay. Trinity said that Bryce's pictures was from a challenge and Elise sucked her toes first. She said that she has fear of being her fear of being in an interracial relationship is that he will leave her for someone he's more comfortable with, and he feels the same way. She said that she know they sent a picture of her and Corey kissing, and she doesn't want Bryce to think that the connection that she had with Corey, she doesn't want Bryce to think that she had a connection with Corey or read into it and get hurt. But my thing with you, Trinity, is that you explored something you was more comfortable with, baby. You explored something you was more comfortable with, which was Corey. You brought him into the villa, and he didn't want you. He didn't want you. He wanted Mel. And I feel like people are not being honest in what's happened and what happened. Because Corey say, because Ronnie said, you let Corey know what it was. No, baby. You let Corey know what it was after you seen him over there with Mel. You let him know what it was after you seen him over there with Mel. After seeing him over there with Mel, that if you had woke up that morning and told him that would be one thing. But no, baby, no. You can't do that. You can't see him over there chatting with Mel and skinning and grinning all in Mel face, and then you crying talking about you miss Bryce all of a sudden. No, ma'am. Remember, he kissed Mel first. He kissed Mel first. You knew that you couldn't compete. And it is what it is. So what we got to do, baby, we got to tell the truth. We got to tell the truth. You knew that you couldn't compete with her. You seen that man over there skinning and grinning. With you, he didn't even offer you your jacket when you told him you was cold. He didn't even offer you your jacket. He was just happy to be in the house. Happy to be in the house. You had no idea that boy was going to go over there and spit. Not only did he go over there with Mel, he told her you were my number one. Even though he was over there sleeping in the bed with you. Girl, please. Girl, please. Okay? Then we get Kenzie over here talking to Gal. Okay? Gal said that he feels like the longer he's not talking to her and she's talking to Dylan, the closer that they're getting. And he doesn't want to step on Dylan or Jen's feet. Step on? White nigga, you ran all over Jen's feet. You ran all over the girl's feet. What do you mean? And this lets you know where his head is at, because he is not worried about Jen like that. He's worried about trying to get close to Kenzie. He's not worried about Jen like that. And Kenzie tell him, look, this is about us. It's about who has a better connection. And my eyes always go to you. Basically, don't worry about any of that. You know what I'm saying? I want to have both of y'all as an option. And I know that's the name of the game, but I just think it's so fucked up considering how she was smoking around earlier this season when nobody was interested in her, or when Zach still wanted to explore other people, right? She literally did not say any word to him after that, right? She was shading the man. She was being passive aggressive every chance she got. And so I just don't respect this coming from her, okay? Kenzie asked that they share the bed when he coupled her, but she's not lustful. If you get into the bed with me, will you cuddle me if we get in the bed together? Would you cuddle me if we get into the bed together? What the fuck you think he gonna do if you scooch your ass over there to him? What you think he gonna do? I think you really want to ask, did he want to DJ? Please. You too old for that, Kenzie, over there playing with fingers and stuff. Okay? Now, while they over there having a conversation, Jen is over there talking to Trinity, right? And so Jen says that she want to ask Kenzie, if Dylan is the type and he's doing all these nice things, why do you keep trying to push it with Gal? But it don't seem like, Jen, I'm sorry, it doesn't seem like that she's just pushing it with Gal. It seems like that Gal is trying to push up on it with her too. So we got to do it both ways, okay? Then she says, I think that she just like to have her options, okay? Kenzie said that she's confused on who she would pick out of Gal and Dylan, but Jen is her gal, okay? Then we get to Aniya and Carl, baby. They was playing volleyball. And so Carl asked how she feel about their connection. Aniya said that she's feeling good about her relationship with Carl. She's finding more things out about him that she likes. Carl said that he's self-conscious about her past connections, because he was outgoing and funny, and he's pretty chill. Basically, what I got from him is that he's a square. And I seen KC, and KC is him. KC is him, and I'm pretty much a square, so I don't know if I could really compete against that. And I kind of feel like that he also wanted to throw in a racial aspect as well, right? Even though it seems like Aniya doesn't want anything black, that doesn't mean that she wants a Asian man. Is Asian a word? Let me know. Because I know that Blasian is a word. I just don't want to be offensive to people. I only heard of Wasian recently on Twitter. That's the only way I've seen it. You know, I don't want to be offensive, but you know, Wasian, he listen, that don't mean that she want to be with a Wasian. That don't mean that she want to be with a Wasian. But I'm telling y'all that I'm looking at the show, and what I'm seeing, I don't see no chemistry here. I don't see no spark here. I don't see no nothing. I don't see nothing with Aniya and Carl. And I know that's what y'all want it to be, but I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. Her eyes wasn't nothing. Nothing. Okay? Back at Casa, we see TT and Sincere talking. Sincere said that he's nervous because he doesn't know what he wants to do. I'm not about to play with Sincere. I'm not about to play with Sincere. I'm a people watcher. There is no way anyone can convince me that he's into Amara. She was just something to do. I think that he's stuck with her and he's just doing something because his boys are there. Y'all kind of know when y'all have like a best friend or something and they going to go meet up with a girl or a nigga and they bring their friend with them. And so you call your homeboy or your homegirl to come with you and you just doing this for your boy. It looks like a double date because if you just doing this for your boy, you just doing this for your homegirl. That's what Sincere is over there doing. I'm just being nice. I'm just doing this for my boy. You get what I'm saying? But I will bet my last dollar, if the men had an option of 12 bombshells, just like the women had, and the men had a chance to bring in somebody from those 12 bombshells, it would not be Amara. It would not be Amara. And it's nothing against her. It's just what I get from Sincere. He's not into her. He looks dead over there at Casa. He looks dead over there. Okay? Sincere ended up telling TT, I want to let you know, this dude is so much different with you. With Aniya, it's like night and day. Every time I see y'all, he's smiling, and it's something I haven't seen from him in 3 weeks. And we have to be honest about that. I haven't seen it either. This is a whole new KC. The world can see it. And so I'm so shocked at the reaction on Twitter from the Aniya stands. Like, I get that y'all like Aniya, but we have to be honest. When we see KC, this is a whole new man. This man is refreshed. He can have fun. He's joking. He's smiling. Over there with Aniya, he seemed on edge. He seemed tense. You get what I'm saying? Like, the man can't smile. He can't do nothing right with Aniya. He can't do nothing. Every time she come into a room, he's trying to reassure her about something. She always looking mad and sad. I'm dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Okay? So then we get Mel, Kata, and Aniya talking. Mel shared that Corey kissed her during breakfast twice. At first, I didn't see the kiss twice. I didn't see that she kissed Corey at breakfast twice. Okay? But I did see him trying to pull her back. And then, okay, he did kiss her twice because once they was toward the end, he did grab her again and he kissed her. Okay? Kata and Aniya was gagged that she ended up kissing Corey. Okay? It's nice to see that Kata and Mel were able to let bygones be bygones and move past the little tiff they had earlier in the season. You get what I'm saying? But you know, the thing with Kata is sometimes you gotta let a bitch know I can't be bullied. You get what I'm saying? All that bullying shit that you're doing, bitch, that's not gonna work over here. That's not gonna work over here, okay? So Trinity and Sincere ended up getting a text, okay? The text said that tonight there will be a recoupling. It's time to decide if you want to stay in your current relationship status or recouple from somebody from Casa, okay? Bryce said, I think it's over, bro. He thought that he was getting ready to go home. Okay? Then we get Jen and Gal, okay? Baby, then we get Jen and Gal, okay? Jen asked Gal straight up, if I picked you, would you continue to explore with Kenzie? And Gal said, yes, I'm not going to lie. I will never lie. And I just said, wow.
That I sat on that bus because that's not.
Wow. Do you know, baby, do you know how much he had to be feeling Kenzie to tell Jen that to her face? Do you know how much he had to be feeling Kenzie to tell Jen that to her face? Like, lot of me. Lot of me, tell me a motherfucking lie. I don't. And my thing with Jen is, you need to. You're not passive aggressive enough. You were supposed to tell Gal straight up. Let me tell you something. If I bring you back over here, I don't want to see you in Kenzie face at all. I bet not see you in Kenzie face at all. You feel me? If I bring you in this motherfucker, that shit over there with you and Kenzie better be dead. I pick you. She didn't pick you. She didn't pick you. But I'm just being honest with you. The way that I move, I would have never brought Gal back. And there's no way Gal would have been brought back to the house for me. It wouldn't even been on the table up for discussion. You get what I'm saying? It wouldn't even been up for discussion with me. I would have never bought the nigga. Baby, you disloyal as fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck if I bought you in this. Girl, please. Girl, please. Ain't no way. I wouldn't have. It would have made my choice so easy. Okay? Then we get Aniya. Aniya is talking. She said, these past couple of days, I've never been so happy. Aniya, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Do I think that she finds Carl attractive? Maybe. Right? But to say that she has never been so happy, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I think that Aniya is trying to align her experience with Mel's, and y'all have had two different experiences in this house. First of all, Mel actually won the challenge when her and Corey went head to head against Sincere and Amara in a challenge. Baby, you and Carl, you know, Grandma and Grandpa, y'all lost against KC and TT. Y'all lost against KC and TT. Actually, to make matters worse, y'all was actually the Villa's first loss of the night. Y'all was actually the Villa's first loss of the night. Everybody won until they got to you. And then when you picked dancing, I remember you was jumping up and down. You was jumping up and down and y'all lost. Okay? We haven't really seen Carl pour into Aniya the way Corey has been with Mel, or trying to shoot his shot the way Corey has with Mel. Right? Corey is letting Mel know without a doubt, I'm interested. And I want to stay here past Casa. And I want to be with you. Right? That nigga that you with, that nigga ain't treating you right. That nigga ain't treating you right. Your man ain't me. You deserve better. I could love you better. He can't love you like I love you. You get what I'm saying? He ain't asking you about your first dates. You know what I'm saying? He ain't asking you nothing about your background. None of that. Okay? And I just didn't see her happy. I didn't see her happy. I didn't see her with a little extra pep in her stuff. I didn't see nothing from Aniya. Nothing. And so I'm confused as to why she's saying that she's so happy, because we ain't seen it. We ain't seen it. Have y'all seen it? Let me know. Let me know. I haven't seen it, baby. I'm just being honest with you, okay? So back over there with the Casa guys ended up telling Carl that they have a lot of faith that he would be picked. Aniya seems to be so super into him, and she was waiting for her Prince Charming, and he's in. Baby, I told myself, when they said that, baby, I literally said,
bitch, you better be joking.
Bitch, you better be joking. You better be joking. Y'all been watching too much Cinderella, baby. Y'all been watching too much Cinderella. The only reason y'all racial profiling. The only reason why y'all calling this man the prince is because y'all saw Cinderella with Brandy and that Asian. Or that whatever the man was. Japanese, Chinese, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why y'all see that. Because I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. Okay? Now, in the villa, in the glam room, Jen asked Kenzie about her convo with Gal. Okay? And so Kenzie, you be playing too much in people's face for me. Kenzie don't be reading the room. Kenzie will get her ass, girl. Kenzie gonna sit up there and say, well, we're both interested in each other. And so Trinity is peeping what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because Trinity peep what's going on, and she see Jen being passive aggressive. She said, girl, do you realistically think that you would leave Dylan for Gal? And Kenzie, well, I don't know. We have to have more conversation. I have to have more conversations with Gal. I don't know if there's chemistry. Bitch, not on my watch. Not on my watch. It's conversations like this that have me I'm trying to understand, Jen, why did you make the decision that you made? Because she's sitting up here telling you, I need to have more conversations with Gal. Not on my watch, you not. Not when I brought the nigga into the house. I was telling her, baby, straight up, let me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you something, baby. If I bring the nigga back into the house, I don't want to see. Not I don't want to see. I bet not see you over here pulling this nigga for no chats, him pulling you for no chats, act like the nigga don't exist. See, somebody need to stump Kenzie in her pussy. That's the problem. Somebody need to stump her in her pussy. Okay? Aniya said that she was going in and out. Was the connection she had with KC real? Or does the one that she had in 3 days feel more real than that? Okay? And she said, whatever happens, I'm going to have to live with that decision I made. Whatever happened, whatever I choose, I'm going to have to live with the decision I made. Okay? Stand on that, Aniya. Stand on it. Okay? So then they ended up meeting at the fire pit. All of the girls looked great. Aniya's dress was perfection on her body. Aniya's dress was the best dress. You know what I'm saying? Her dress was perfection. But all of the girls did look good. Okay? Ariana came in with the crack out. Her dress was bad. Her dress was bad. Okay? So Ariana, give them the rules. Okay? She said that we're going to have a recoupling. Okay? The girls have a big decision to make. Either stay with the boy that you're coupled up with living at Casa, or couple up with one of the guys that's in the villa, okay? The boys also have been given the decision to stay with a couple or recouple with one of the girls at Casa Amor, okay? So she said, let's get the singles first, okay? Jen, she ended up choosing Gal.
You's a stupid motherfucker.
You's a stupid motherfucker. There's no way I would have picked Gal, baby. There's no way I would have picked Gal.
No way. No way.
No way. Y'all are in here bringing in other options for Kenzie. Y'all are in here bringing in other options for Kenzie. Jen, you had to know. This is what I say about low self-esteem and not being aware. Jen, you had to have known that this man is not into you like that. And so you're only bringing the man in so Kenzie can juggle between the two. Right? And my thing is, while Gal is over there talking to Kenzie, do you think that Dylan will give you the time of day? I don't think that he's going to give you the time of day. I haven't even seen the nigga tell you good morning. And mark my words. Jen and Kenzie, they friendship not about to last that much longer, baby. They friendship ain't about to last that much longer, okay? Caleb ended up coming in with Jaden, boring. No shade to Caleb, like Caleb, boring. Nobody care about you and Jaden at all. Okay, I'm glad that you found you somebody that you could couple up with. Okay, then we get Kenzie. Now remember, Kenzie is coupled up with Corbin. Okay, Kenzie said that the last few days have been better. She's actually laughing and having a good time. You wasn't laughing and having a good time before he went to Casa? You wasn't laughing and having a good time? I can tell you wasn't laughing and having a good time because you sure was digging in your pussy. He was digging in your pussy. You wasn't laughing and having a good time then? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about the show that I don't like. I don't like when your feelings get hurt and you try to downplay what happened before. Baby, you was happy. You was happy before he went to Casa. You was happy. I kind of have a roster. I never had a roster before. You was happy. You was happy. Let's not do that. Let's not downplay what happened. That's what I'm saying. If we're going to have reality TV, we need to keep the girls honest. Your feelings and stuff is hurt now, baby, but you was happy before he left. That's why you let him dig in your pussy with his fingers a couple of times. Okay? Kenzie said that she should have saw the signs, the red flags. She said that he had player vibes and he fooled her and the other girls. No, baby. He didn't fool the other girls. He fooled you. And you got played. He was only trying to stay in the house. Okay? Kenzie said that she was wondering why America voted them so low, and it's because he wasn't real. I'm pretty sure that y'all was voted low because of the way that you was moving. Y'all was voted low because of the way that Kenzie was moving. It had nothing to do with him. It was the way that you were moving. Blame the black man. But I always blame the black Asian man, child. Okay? Ariana let them know that everything was live streamed, okay? So Kenzie ended up recoupling with Dylan, okay? Now, she ended up telling, and this is the rules for everybody going forward, if Corbin comes back with the girl from Casa, they will be a new couple. If he doesn't, he will be single and vulnerable, okay? Now, this is my thing. With these rules, in what world would anybody not come back with the couple, right? Or choose somebody from Casa, right? And this is why I say the game is rigged. If there isn't a penalty for choosing someone who didn't choose you, and they could just come in with a couple, then why not just bring everybody, all of the Casa and boys and girls back in? Does that make sense what I'm saying? There should be a penalty for choosing somebody that didn't choose you, right? Not just single and vulnerable, you're going home. Take your ass home. There should be a penalty. So what I'm saying is, if Kenzie, let's just say hypothetically, if Kenzie did not choose Dylan and she chose Corbin, and Corbin came in there with Persian Cat, right? Then Kenzie should go home. But if Kenzie get to bring somebody in and he get to bring somebody in, why wouldn't just everybody just bring a person in if it means them staying into the villa? That's the safe option, right? If there's no penalty, then what are we even doing? That doesn't make sense. I'm like, what are we doing? So Corbin, he's walking in, okay? Mel said, I'm nervous. Kata said, I'm not. He's shunned. So that tells you the mind state of the women, right? Which is why the season has been so lackluster and why they are described as high school, because it's cliquish. And it kind of tells our show's soul's experience, not shows. It kind of, gives you an idea of what soul experienced in the house, right? That they're in here shunning people. They're shunning people, okay? So Corbin comes in with Parmida, okay? The girls say that she looks good, and then Jen say, look, it's not her, it's him, because the girls was about to try to go at her, and she said, yeah, validates. Thank you, beautiful Rose. Jen says it's not her, it's him. She's letting the girls know, look, y'all supposed to be girls. No, baby, it's not her, it's him. And so then the girls start booing Corbin, okay? Corbin learns that the girls got to see the live stream of the Heart challenge, and it was unedited, okay? Kenzie said, and she reminds him that he said that Kenzie is thrown out the window. Trinity said, the minute you got some new meat, you switched up real fast. Trinity, pipe all the way down, baby. You switched up too, at least you tried to. You made out with Corey outside of a challenge. Right? And the only reason why you did that night was because Mel was with Ronnie. But the next morning, he had his eyes on his number one. He had his eyes on his number one, and his number one was Mel. And so as far as I'm concerned, you and Jen are in the same position. But instead of you keeping it G, you threw in a towel and made it seem like that you missed Bryson. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. So you need to pipe down. Okay? And so Trinity said, I hope these 3 days felt good. And another thing, which baby, you didn't even get 3 days, you got a night. You got a night. I can't stand when people try to shame people when they didn't have the same options, right? You don't, well, at least we don't know what you would have did and they was in their position because nobody wanted you. Nobody wanted you. So it's easy for you to look down your nose and point your finger at people and try to shame them, but we don't know what you would have did because you never had options. So we know. We don't know what you would have did. We know what you tried to do. We know what you tried to do, right? But it didn't work for you because nobody was into you, baby. Nobody was into you. That's just like the girls who be trying to, like FAIRYTALE and Kenya a whore. Baby, no, you have to pay for Apollo. You have to pay for Apollo. Nobody wants you, baby. It's easy for y'all to try to call the pretty girls hoes, like Nene over there with Claudia. You a whore, you a whore, you a whore. You don't got my options. You don't got my options. It's easy for people to call Portia a whore. Kelly to call Portia a hoe. Who will fuck you, Kelly? Who will fuck you? It's easy for you to call somebody a whore, you little hobbit. You don't got my options, baby. Okay? Corbin said that he made the decision that was best for him. And so Mel said, do you have to put somebody down and say that you threw them out the window? You could have done it more tastefully. And Corbin said, look, I'm taking it, but I made my decision. Mel was doing a lot. And I can't wait until she see how Kenzie switched up on her when she started to explore Corbin, because Mel was doing a lot. And let me just say this. There is no way on no day would any person that I'm dealing with would have walked anywhere with me and will be getting all this energy from the girls, and I'm just, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm just standing there not saying nothing. I'm standing on business. I can understand Kenzie feelings being hurt and she having her emotions, but everybody else jumping in, then I'm jumping in too. And it's up. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Bitch, I'll take my shoe off and put it in your face.
Bitch, I'll take my shoe off and put it in your motherfucking face. Try it again. Not while he with me. Not while he with me. Okay? Then we get Kata. Same rules, okay? Now she said something interesting. She said something interesting. And this is what we said, baby. We gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it real. She said that she respected Zach while she was in the building. She didn't do anything outside of a challenge. Okay? She said that Zach kissed someone outside of a challenge, and I didn't think that he would flip that quick. Right? So he did the same thing that Trinity did. He did the same thing that Trinity did, and nobody's eating Trinity up about it. Trinity kissed Corey outside of a challenge, but we supposed to act like that she didn't flip. She flipped. She did. The nigga just didn't want her. Right? We gotta be real. Do you understand? Put a 9 in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying. You did the same shit. You do the shit that you put on the next bitch. You flipped. You didn't have all these morals and stuff like everybody, like the other girls did, girl. You was out there trying to shoot your shots. You just missed. The nigga didn't want you. The nigga didn't want you, Trinity. And girl, okay, now it's confirmed. Kata confirmed that she fucked Zach. Because she said that, you know, if he comes in with somebody, then he wasn't a man of his word and sex was just sex and not an intimate thing like he said. So she ended up staying loyal to Zach. Zach returned, of course, without a girl because she was fired. Okay? And Trinity said, and I quote, that's one scratch off of the shit list. So it shows you what they planned on doing as the people came in. Okay? They talked about the pic of him kissing the racist. Okay? Zach said it took him 3 or 4 nights to even try it. It took him 3 or 4 nights to even try to give the girl in Casa a chance. But I thought the child was only over there for 3 nights. I thought the child was only over there for 3 nights. Baby, when I tell you Zach be lying, Zach is so into the game, baby, and trying to win. And the thing is, y'all be letting people play in y'all face. I can't stand for nobody to play in my face. I can't stand
Playing
it.
in my mother face. I hate that.
Right, K. Trey. Right, K. Just scamming. It took 3 or 4 nights. I was only gone for 3 days, though. I was only gone for 3 days. Today is the 3rd day. Trinity comments validate Corbin comment about him being high school girls. Right, it does. It does. Just lying. Zach lying. Right. But they didn't know she got kicked. No, they didn't know that she got kicked out. They didn't know that she got kicked out. So be nice. That's even worse. That's telling that was only the 1st or 2nd day. That's giving the 1st or 2nd day. Okay? Because she was gone by the 3rd day. She was gone by the 3rd day. Okay? The lack of energy towards Zach on these social media streets is wild because KC is getting all this backlash. And baby, you know the girls are, let me tell you, and when I say girls, I don't mean like literal girls. I'm just saying the people are, girl, okay, we'll get there. Okay? And I think that was it. Okay? Mel. It's Mel's turn. Mel said that Corey gave her the most considerate dates that she'd ever had. One of her favorite days in the villa, okay? She said no one has ever been that considerate towards her, okay? She said hearing from all of the Casa Amor guys that she deserved better was really challenging for her and she feels embarrassed, okay? And so, Ariana asked her what she was gonna do. And she said, Corey, you're an amazing guy, you're perfect. You're everything I want in a guy, but I wanna stay with Sincere, okay? Corey said, you know, that's unfortunate. Good luck. I could walk out of here with my head held high knowing that I did everything I could to show you that you're a beautiful, independent, strong woman. Okay? And baby, that's a good man, Savannah.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
That's a good man, Savannah. And baby Melanie, you deserve everything you get after this. You deserve everything you get. Baby, Corey couldn't even look at her. Corey couldn't even look at her. You deserve everything you get after this, baby. You deserve everything that you get after this, baby. Corey's shoes bothered me. Penelope, the whole outfit Corey had on bothered me. The whole outfit that Corey had on bothers me. Baby, when we out here and we trying to get chose, let's be real. Can we have real talk, Penelope? When you out here and you trying to get chose, you need to show up like Zach. Not Zach. Carl. You should have showed up like Carl. That's how you get chose. Carl showed up like he meant business. I'm out here to get chose. Carl looks fly. Corey about Tim's the Fiji. See, JW, you see how you do the black man? But you didn't say nothing about Trinity black ass over there with them Tim snow boots on that she had on. Nothing about Trinity ass over there with them Tim snow boots that she had on. And that faux fur she had on over there, snow boots over there in Fiji in the middle of the summer. Child, please. Carl didn't get picked up, but that's how you show up, though. I felt Florida Evans after this episode screaming. Right. Sincere dressed better than Corey for sure. You know, Corey dressed like he from the East Coast. Tiffany had fur boots. Tiffany had fur. Who is Tiffany? Trinity, faux fur boots. Mm-hmm. Corey is Latino. Yeah, I sure did say something about Trinity and her boots with the fur. They want boots with the fur, baby. They want boots with no fur, baby. Okay. Sincere ended up coming back alone. I wish we were able to see the Casa girls' face when they found out they wasn't going to be picked. Right? I wish we was able to see their face when they found out they weren't going to be picked. I don't know. I wanted to see Amara because she knew better. I want to know, did she do her affirmations? Okay. Now let's have real talk. Can we have real talk? Okay. I think that Melanie picked Sincere because when she saw the Casa girls, she knew that none of them was light-skinned. She knew that none of them was mixed, and she knew that none of them was Afro-Latina. Right? She knew that none of them was light-skinned. She knew that none of them was mixed, and she knew that none of them was Afro-Latina. Okay? They didn't look like her, Kata, or Soul. And he has never pulled Aniya or Trinity for one single chat. She knew that his type wasn't in Casa, so she felt comfortable picking him. Yep, she saw Amora, but she also saw the other girls that was in there. Because, you know, she did a switcheroo. She picked Ronnie, and then she found out that oh boy was Afro-Latina too. And she said, well, let me get over here with Papi. Right? But when she knew that Sincere type wasn't in there, and she knew none of them girls can compete with her. Now, if it was Soul, she was running around crying and shit, and sleeping over there with the bugs and shit in soul ties. And didn't know what was going on. Right? But when she seen the girls that they bought into Casa, she was sure that Sincere wasn't gonna fuck with none of them. Let's be real, baby, and tell the truth, baby. Tell what's not really been told. See, I need to be over there producing the show. I need to be over there producing the show. Melanie, aka Tessa Thompson, needs to go. Yes, she needs to go. You had a good man in front of you, Savannah, and you went over here and chose this 0. Okay? Mel said she doesn't know Sincere. She got a letter with a picture of him biting the other girl's lip, and she went off, girl, keep it. Girl, keep it. You look stupid, you look weak, and you have no self-respect for yourself. You have no self-respect for yourself. We had a girl like Soul that came in here and didn't let that nigga play in her face but one time, and she moved on, and you still over here. It's given that you still think that you big. It's given that you still think you big. Penelope said, Amora coming back. Watch, Amora coming back to do what? Amora coming back to do what? Let me know what she coming back to do. What Amora coming back to do? She's not a threat to Melanie. She's not a threat. She know that Sincere don't want that. Sincere don't want that. So Amora could come back. Sincere don't want that. TT will whoop her ass. I mean, who else we got? Who else we got? I guess Amor can come back and take her shot at Aniya. Please. Okay. Then we get Trinity. Trinity settled for Bryce throughout the season. She continued to do so, right? Because as Soul said, nobody has given her or Bryce the time of day. Nobody has given her or Bryce the time of day. Nobody has picked either of them outside of each other. Not nobody. Not one person has picked either of them outside of each other. Okay? Even when we have the challenges and you say, who is your office crush? Nobody has ever kissed. Remember they did the thing when they was on top of the desk? Baby, Bryce didn't get one kiss outside of Trinity. Bryce didn't get one kiss outside. He was nobody's office crush. Nobody's office crush. Trinity was never nobody's crush. Nobody's crush. I believe that Corey just kissed her because he knew that nobody else was going to. Please. Try, please. Okay. Bryce ended up coming in crying because he thought that he was going home. He tried to run and stuff like he was in an R&B video. Baby, keep it. Stop it. Not stop it. Okay. And then he gave his speech. He said he didn't kiss not one girl outside of the challenge. That's because they didn't want to kiss you, baby. You didn't kiss no girl outside of the challenge, baby, because they didn't want to kiss you. The only kisses that you got was in the challenge. Nobody wanted to kiss you. If I'm Carl and they bring me back, I'm not choosing Aniya. Me either. Me either. Who? For what? I'm not choosing Aniya. And I looked at Aniya mama today on what is it called? TikTok, baby. And she said that she chose Carl, girl, for what? You embarrassing your daughter even more. Y'all didn't raise Aniya. That's why she got on this show and embarrassed herself. And no girl with a pedigree. No girl with a pedigree that come from real money would have let their daughter come on this show like this. Baby, Vanessa Bryant would never let them daughters come over there and get on this show like that. Beyonce would never let her daughter come over this show like that. Shaquille O'Neal would never. Shaquille O'Neal would never. No girl with a real pedigree would have been on a show like this. And I mean it. Okay? I feel like, can we have real talk about Trinity and Bryce? I feel like their relationship or coupling have not been tested because there has been no real interest in either one of them. There has been no real interest in either one of them. The only person that shot, girl, ain't nobody worried about them, child. Okay? Then we get Aniya. Ariana said that she was coupled with KC by default. Okay? Aniya said that she never got a real chance to explore. You kind of right, Aniya. You didn't get a real chance to explore because nobody was into you. Nobody was into you. None of the men in the villa pulled you for a chat except for KC. Nobody, baby. Nobody. Okay? She said that Carl makes her feel beautiful, secure about herself, because she's in her head all the time. She said that he's literally perfect. Genuinely, he's perfect. Now notice, when I say she's a follower, she used the exact words that Melody used to describe Corey.
Clock it.
Clock that T. Did y'all clock it? You're literally perfect. Genuinely. She used the exact same words that Melody used to describe Corey. Perfect. You're literally perfect. Okay? Then she said it again. Carl is perfect, but the whole time I was thinking about KC. And so I choose to continue my connection with KC. Okay? Aniya said, when I think about KC, the first day behind the doors, we didn't pick each other, obviously. Baby, you're going to have to stop doing that. You're going to have to stop doing that. None of the guys got to choose on the first day. Well, one of them did. One of them did. The first challenge, the girls were the one who was able to choose the guys that they wanted to couple up with. The only guy that got to choose was Sincere because Aniya was at his door with Mel. And he chose Mel. It wasn't you. He chose male. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. And you have to take ownership of not choosing him and stop trying to make it seem like it was a mutual decision. You were able to make who you chose that day. The girls was able to make the first choice. And if the men got to choose, nobody would have been at Trinity's door. If the men got to choose, nobody would have been able to been at Trinity's door. And I believe that KC would have been at Aniya's door because that's what he said. But nobody would have been at Trinity's door. But baby, you the one that didn't choose him. It wasn't a mutual decision. You didn't choose him. It wasn't a mutual thing. See, she has a problem with taking ownership. Okay? Aniya said, I'm so in my head, and KC always reassures me. He tells me I'm beautiful and I'm so grateful for him, and hopefully he chooses me. And baby, as she was talking, baby, they showed Sincere looking out the side of his eyes, baby. They showed oh boy, Zach, looking out the side of his eye, baby. And all of the girls, especially specifically Kayla, looked at Zach like, baby, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? She looked at Zach like, oh shit, what's going on? And then if you called it, Zach and Sincere kind of looked at each other real quick. And then when he saw that Sincere was looking at him, baby, he hurried up and kissed her head and looked straight forward. The people in his ear probably told him, nigga, white nigga, put your face up, put face forward. The guys already knew it. He been telling them all day. He told them all 3 days. He told them night one. I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. Right. The guys were like, this about to be some bullshit. Now, it wasn't gonna be no bullshit, baby. Because he got the right to choose. Okay? So KC comes in with what is it called? What did she call it? Hold on, wait. KC came in with the Palani braid bitch.
No, you.
Right? He came in with the Palani braid bitch. And baby, it was the face crack of the season, the face crack of the year. And I have to be honest, my heart broke for Aniya. I'm a sensitive Cancer, right? But Aniya, you knew better. Even if you didn't know better, you just picked Carl just in case. Just in case this nigga come in here with another bitch. I'm picking Carl. And I just keep thinking, if I was a man with means, and if I was a man with all this money, there is no way I would let my daughter go on a show like this and embarrass herself like this. And it has to be with her upbringing. Her mama and her daughter, they think just because they had money that they raised her with the essentials, but she is lacking something. She's lacking something. She was even in a promo begging for dick. It's bad enough that y'all say that she comes from this pedigree and she's in the promo of the season. The only girl in the promo begging for dick. I want some dick. And she's supposed to come from money. And now this. Now this. Make it make sense. Just lame. Okay? KC walked up with TT, and KC was looking down. And Kata said, you can't even look up. And I think that he didn't want to hurt Aniya. He didn't want to see Aniya hurt. He didn't want to see her. JW say Aniya wants to fit in so bad. She do want to fit in so bad. That's the problem. She want to fit in so bad. None of the other girls would have said that. Aniya is green, and she's a valley girl. And she be trying to fit in with the hood rat shit, and you be going too far, and you look stupid. And they kept that of you saying, I want to get some dick. I said, girl, what? When I heard her say that, I said, I wouldn't have said that. Okay? And so Aniya said, I feel stupid. I'm honestly so pissed off. Fuck me, like dead ass. I had hope. Everyone told me I was delusional. Now look at me. I look delusional as fuck. And so KC said, it's a sad reaction. I hate to see her like that, but this decision isn't from Aniya. It's for me. And there is nothing wrong with him saying that. Y'all are trying to center Aniya in KC's experience, and that's not right. That's not right. Y'all did the same thing last year with Taylor. They are playing the game too. It's not all about Aniya. It's not all about Aniya. He has the right to play the game as well. She tried to play the game. She brought Carl into the house, and she didn't choose Carl. That's her business. That's her business. She chose that. She did that. Okay? Aniya said, okay, fuck you, fuck all the weeks that we had. Do you know how silly you sound talking about 3 weeks? Y'all in here shitting on 3 days as if 3 weeks is any better. Okay? So as KC is trying to talk, everyone is talking, saying fly shit, and he can't get a word in. And did y'all see TT rub her man's arm? Did y'all see her rub her man arm? They was already holding hands. She grabbed his hand closer to him, and she rubbed his arm and said, baby, I got it. Don't worry about it, baby. Don't worry about it, baby. I got it. She rubbed her man's arm. Don't worry about it, baby. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. I could take him. And my thing is this. I understand Aniya being upset. This is her coupling. Everybody else, though, ain't no way that would have been my man up there. Ain't no way that would have been my man up there, baby. You would have thought we were Stevie J and Jocelyn, baby, at the reunion. Ain't no way. Not mine. And so Zach got the girls in line. He said, let him talk. And they shut up. They shut up, okay? KC said, this whole time I've been here, I poured into you. I picked you time and time again. Even the first day, nobody picked me. And let's not forget that part. And when he said this, he was looking over at Ariana for confirmation, right? Because she was supposed to mediate, because there was a lot coming at him. And she looked at him and she was just like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Simone said, what you're saying is true, because if the roles reversed, KC was acting like Aniya, he'd get kicked off. Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have. Okay? Trinity said, we didn't know you, but you didn't know Bryce either, bitch. You didn't know Bryce either. And he's not talking to you. He's talking to Aniya. And Aniya didn't pick him. He picked her time and time again, and he poured into her after the nigga that she chose shitted on her and picked another girl. Right? He poured into her after the nigga that she chose shitted on her and picked another girl. And see, Trinity played it safe because she knew that nobody was going to be at Bryce's door. I told y'all that the first episode. She knew that nobody was going to be at Bryce's door, and she was just trying to make sure she was into the house. His door was on the end. I remember his door was on the end all the way to the left. And I don't think that Trinity probably even seen that nobody was at KC's door, because I believe that she would have stood at KC's door. But she assumed that they was going to do him like they did Coy last year. Remember Coy in season 6? I mean, in season 6, it was 3 girls at his door. So I think that she thought, this nigga find everybody going to be at his door. Let me go over here to ensure I get into the house. Right? But Aniya had egg on her face day one. She had egg on her face day one, and all KC did was try to reassure her and build her back up. That's all we saw. You beautiful, you beautiful, you beautiful. You beautiful, I love you, you the blueprint, right? And so Aniya said, what are you talking about, KC? I picked you every fucking time. At the fire picked, I picked you. With the letters, I picked you. Here, I picked you. You didn't pick me. You didn't pick me. And I picked you every time. And when she said it, y'all, I told you I'm a sensitive Cancer. I couldn't take it no more.
Are you okay?
You know, if I had a sister, she would look like Aniya. You know, if I had a daughter, my heart hurted for her. You know, and it's too much for me. It was too much for me. Okay? But Aniya, baby, I gotta be honest with you, baby. You didn't pick him. You didn't pick him. If you chose me because nobody else was interested in you, you didn't pick me. You didn't pick me. You picked Sincere and he didn't pick you. Right? You was with me by default, as Ariana points out all the time. You was with me by default. And then you went on camera and said that Sean was your number 2. He just so happened to be in a couple. And see, that's my thing. You real green. And you showed your hand. Because it was one thing if KC was your second option, right? But you so green, you showed your hand. You showed your hand. And you told the world that KC wasn't even your second option. That Sean was.
You's a stupid motherfucker.
You's a stupid motherfucker. Didn't nobody ask you what your second option was? You was over there trying to fit in. He was my second option. So now the people don't even feel, the people who would have felt sorry for you don't even feel sorry for you at all. Because what they thinking is, well, baby, shit, he's your third option though. You get what I'm saying? I'm third. What I look like building up a bitch, I'm her third option. She ain't giving me nothing. You get what I'm saying? And let's not forget, what we can't forget is when we saw her go into the men's restroom with Sean and shoot her shot. And she told him that she wanted him to be there. And basically what I heard is, if you have to pick tonight, pick me and I'll leave this nigga. That's what I heard. If you have to pick tonight and they say he get a chance to pick a recoupling, you pick me and I'll leave this nigga.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. But see, Ariana didn't give him a chance to pick nobody. She just told him straight up, you booted from the villa. You booted from the villa. You booted from the villa from a bitch with one leg. Please. Child, please. Okay? So you didn't pick him. Okay? She said, even when we have conversations where you say stuff, I say at the end, I will still pick you. And this was a decision where you could have picked me. And you didn't pick me. I feel so stupid. I went with my gut. I went with it and I was wrong. But fuck me. Girl. And so Ariana welcomes TT. Well, welcomes Tiara. It wasn't TT yet. She welcomed Tiara. Okay? And you know, she tells Tiara how she feels. Baby Tiara said, we have a great connection. I deserve a connection just like everybody else. He deserved to be happy, and it's unfortunate feelings have to be hurt, but that's the part of the process. Right? Your mommy and daddy couldn't buy this, baby. Your mommy and daddy couldn't buy this connection, baby. Okay? And so Trinity said, I want to say something. And Kayla said, well, say it. She said, I remember you mentioned something to Bryce about how you were shocked that me and him were a favorite couple compared to everybody else. Yet you switched up the moment that you could get anybody. First of all, Trinity, I need you to pipe down because you didn't remember a motherfucking thing because you didn't hear him say it. You was talking like you heard him say it firsthand. And you've been carrying this animosity with this man over something that wasn't even said. He did not say that. He didn't even include Bryce and you in the conversation. Y'all wasn't even included in the conversation. He was talking about them two, him and Aniya, and he was talking about Zach and Kata. Y'all wasn't even considered in the conversation. Zach included y'all in the conversation. He didn't even say anything about y'all. And what he said was the truth. When Bryce did include y'all in it, he said, but y'all both tried to explore other shit that y'all did. Just like Soul said. Nobody was giving y'all the time of day. Nobody was giving y'all the time of day. And in Kata words, your good girlfriend words, baby, you flipped. And you was in the photo booth kissing on Corey. So pipe all the way down. You flipped. You chose Corey. The nigga didn't choose you. The nigga didn't choose you. So pipe all the way down. And so KC said that's not true. There were plenty of bombshells I could explore. And I screamed, baby, talk your shit, KC, and let them know you that nigga. I could explore every bitch that came through here. Just like Sincere did. I did. I could explore Kata. I could explore Soul. I could explore Jen. I'm that nigga. Okay? And so Trinity said, but you told her you didn't explore Soul because you didn't want to hurt her feelings. But the moment you got away, you did your thing. It gives sneaky. It gives grown-ass man. It gives impact. It gives he didn't want to hurt Aniya's feelings because she was crashing out at the thought of Soul. Soul left the house and she was still crashing out. And so Casey said no. Mel said yes. You said that you wanted to explore, but Sincere got to her first. He actually said more than one thing. He said that he would be open. He told Aniya, I will be open to exploring Soul, but Soul would have to do a lot for me to throw away our connection. And there's no need to throw away our connection if nothing is broke, right? Then he said to Soul that since Sear was exploring her and that's his boy, he didn't go after it. I think that I don't know if he said that, so I think he said it to somebody else. But that is an example of what Sincere said the girls do, that they kind of do it too, right? That they are treating, Casey was trying to kind of treating the villa like they were outside and not trying to go after his homeboy Gal. Because I feel like, truth be told, I feel like that if KC had tried Soul, she would have left, she wouldn't have been over there with Sincere. Right? And so everybody started talking. And TT said, not my nigga. And TT said, well, hold on. TT said, wait a minute. At the end of the day, he here for him. He here for him. He here for him. And so Trin said, we talking to him, babe, no shade. I don't know her. And TT said, it don't matter. He here for him. And Trinity said, baby, I'm not speaking to you. And so Aniya is saying, he's a grown man. He's a grown man, baby. And Aniya, you're right. He is a grown man. He's a grown man that made his decision. And it wasn't you. He's a grown man that made a decision and it wasn't you. And furthermore, you're a grown woman. So if you don't want TT speaking up for him, then they don't need to be speaking for you. They don't need to be speaking for you. And so TT said, first of all, and I could tell by the way that TT was moving her right hand, she meant business. I could tell by the way that she was moving her right hand because she was still holding his hand with her left hand. But with her right hand, when she was moving her right hand, she said, first of all, y'all ganging up on him. And KC tried to calm her down. And Trinity said, I'm tired of them speaking for y'all. And TT said, I speak when I want to speak. And y'all done control me. I don't care if you know me or not. I don't care if you know me or not. And so Trinity said, I'm not talking to you. And TT said, well, I'm speaking to you. Well, I'm speaking to you. I'm not talking to you, but I'm speaking to you. And Trinity said, I'm not talking to you, though. Stop talking to me. See, it's giving real immature. It's giving out about their action. Because I'm telling you that I'm talking to you, bitch, what's up? And you don't want to talk to her. Right? Because you know what time it is. You want to talk to her now? No, baby, approach me. I'm talking to you. You talking to him and I'm talking to you. Because he's not talking to you. He's talking to Aniya. He's talking to Aniya. You talking to him and I'm talking to you. What's up? Stop talking to me. I'm talking to you. And so TT said, first of all, you a little girl. And so Trinity said, you just got in here. Bitch, I don't know you. Yeah, she just got in here, baby. And she was already chose. She got in here. She just got in here on her first day and she was already chosen. She not around here settling like you. Because, baby, let's be clear. Let's be clear. A bitch with one leg I chose over you. Gabe took you and Bia, and he chose a bitch with one leg over you. He did. Okay? So TT said, wait a minute, you can pipe down. And I'm TT. You know what I heard?
My name is Misha.
I just said
My name is Misha. What's up? My name is Misha. What's up? What's good? What's good?
These bitches trying to child boo.
My name is TT. I'm about to let you know who I am. You about to know me in a minute. And so Trinity said, I'm talking to his grown ass. And TT said again, but I'm speaking to you. And so Trinity said, get her out of my face. She not in your face, baby. She not in your face, baby. She pressing you. She pressing you and you can't take it. And Kata, baby, I heard you said the wrong way to come into the villa, bitch. Wrong way to come into the villa, bitch. Baby, I can guarantee you. I don't think that TT heard you say that because she was pressing Trinity. But I know one thing. That's not them white girls. That is not them white girls over there in New Hampshire. That ain't the white girls in New Hampshire, baby. See, y'all like to do that stuff as a clique. Y'all like to do that stuff as a clique. And TT was ready to take all of y'all one by one. TT was ready to take all of y'all. And so TT threw in a towel. TT said she can talk to her. I'm not talking to this girl. And so TT said, are you going to shut me up? Are you going to shut me up?
Bring it, bitch! Bring it!
Bring it, bitch! Bring it! Are you going to shut me up? And Aniya said, is this Bad Girls Club? It can be. It can be. It can also be the first 48. It can also be Law and Order SVU. It can also be Grey's Anatomy. Bitch, you pick. Whatever you own, I'm on. But it could be any one of them. It could be any one of them. You decide. I'm on whatever you own. It can be. We was trying to make it Love Island. We was trying to make it Love Island. But it could be first 48. We could be going to Meredith Grey, what is it called? Grey's Anatomy. We could go and do that. We could make it Law and Order SVU. Whatever you want to do, baby. We could do whatever you want to do. You decide and let me know. Because I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. Your wish is my command. I dream of Genie. You like fairy tales, don't you? You like fairy tales, don't you? I'm going to be your Genie. Kazam. Let's go. Let's go. And the thing is, it's so nasty coming from Aniya. Miss, I want some dick in the promo, right? Because on one end, you can't do both. You can't do both. Me and my bitches turning up. Me and my bitches, right? Everybody want to act all hood and big and bad until the real hood chick in your face. Then you turn back into a valley girl. Is this Bad Girls Club? It can be. It was Bad Girls Club when Soul was here. But Soul was crying and TT not crying. That's the difference. Miss Soul is a hoe. Miss Save a hoe. See, Miss Falani Braid bitch. It was Bad Girls Club then. So what's up? The Falani Braid bitch. Super Save a hoe. Girl, I can't take it. So Trinity said, you defending a man you only known for 3 days is insane. It's not about defending him. It's about y'all ganging up on him. And I don't give a fuck if I known him for an hour. Y'all not going to press him in front of me. Y'all not going to press him in front of me. And the whole time I was wishing, I wanted to see Ariana's face when this went down. I wanted to see Ariana's face when this went down. I wanted to see what she was thinking. Because she don't give me that she probably seen it, live and in action. She probably seen it on World Star Hip Hop or something. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think that she really seen it go down like that. I don't think that she really seen it get down like that. You remember Kyle over there. Kyle, when it almost went down in front of Kyle, baby, she got the running, and her sister was involved with it, baby. Her sister was starting the shit up, baby. Okay? Ariana said, emotions are high. It's hard for the girls to come over from Casa, and it's hard from y'all as well. But can we squash it now so we can get to everybody and see how everybody is feeling? Okay? And Trinity mumbled under her breath, I just want to know who the little girl is. Baby, she was very clear and direct when she said who the little girl was. You was the little girl. You was the little girl. Baby, everybody there, every couple that was sitting around the fire pit, Ariana, TT, Casey, all of the Costa boys, everybody on the set with the cameras, everybody knew you was the little girl. For you to be acting like that you didn't know who the little girl was is insane. She was talking directly to you, and she told you, I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to you. Everybody knew that you was the little girl, and everybody knew that was TT.
My name is Misha.
I just said
My name is Misha. What's up? My name is TT. What's up? Okay? KC said, I understand Aniya and I had a connection, but this is for me, not Aniya. When I met TT, I felt like I knew her. She from South Central. I lived in South Central. I see my mama when I look at her and I hear my sister. With Aniya, we fit, but it took time. Effort. With TT, it was effortless. And I understand people are going to feel away, but we made a connection because we make connections like a family. But this is my life. My life, my life, my life, my life, and the sunshine. Okay? DDGF6. Can't wait to vote TT and KC out. Download the app to do it. It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. Okay? He told Trinity, I understand Trinity after 3 days. Yes, after 3 fucking days. This is how I feel after 3 fucking days. And I'm standing on all 10s and I'm doing it right now. That doesn't mean me and Aniya connection was fake. I appreciate Aniya. She's a great person. She comes from a great family and she's going to do great things. And so Aniya said she didn't ask him. She was looking for backup again because she can't stand on her own. Right? She said, he's writing me off. And KC said, look, I couldn't come back in here and not be real to me. And I don't need nobody to respect me. And Kata said, we don't. And Trinity scoffed. And KC said, yeah, laugh. I don't give a fuck. And Trinity said, you don't have to. And Aniya said, we know. KC said, this is my decision. I told you, if you find somebody in here that you connect with better, and if you want to do that for you. I want you to do that. And you never said it back to me. And I'm not trying to flip no shit. I'm just being real, though. And I believe it. I believe it. Aniya doesn't accept accountability because she probably hasn't. Happy birthday, DGF6275. Happy birthday. We've seen Casey reassure her over and over again, and we've never seen her reassure him. The only time I've ever heard Aniya, and I could be wrong, talk about how fine Casey was is when she was with the other girls. I never heard her say that to him, that he was fine or she liked him. I never heard her say that to him. Okay? So Aniya ended up asking Carl, did he want to say anything? He said Aniya is beautiful. She's super smart. I don't know if she's super smart, baby. She would have picked you. Okay? He said he's disappointed and he ended up wishing her all the best. He said, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. Okay? So Ariana ended up saying, look, KC and TT are now a couple. Baby, take a seat. And baby, I was in here like this.
Come on, give it up! Give it up! Give it up! Give it up! Give it up!
Come on, give it up. Give it up. And you know a bitch like me, baby, when we were sitting down, baby, I would have walked right past. I would have dragged KC hand, baby. We would walk right over there by Bryce and Trinity. And I would have said, what was said? What's good? You want to know who the little girl was? It was you. It's you, bitch. It's you, bitch. What's good? What was you saying? Because I'm here now. Because I'm here now. Okay? Aniya sat down and said, I honestly don't give a fuck anyway. So, girl, stop. I can't stand when y'all do that. I can't stand when y'all do that. You give a fuck, baby. You give a fuck. You do. You do. Okay? Ariana said the recoupling is complete. The Casa boys leave the villa. The Casa Amor is over. And she said, please be kind to one another. Okay? Aniya started crying. And Mel said, don't cry here. Don't cry here. And she walked off. And then she walked off. She threw her head back like she was at a funeral and said, I should have just kept Carl. You should have. You should have. And when I knew that the game was motherfucking rigged, when I knew the game was rigged, baby, they said Casa Amor Islanders get a second chance at love. Please vote for the boys, Carl, Corey, Shay, and Ronnie. And for the girls, Sydney and Amara. Baby, the game is rigged. The game is rigged. Aniya should be going home. What was the point of the recoupling if everybody had a chance to bring somebody into the villa? What was it? You right, JW. What was the girls carried her out like Fantasia was carried out at the gospel performance? Right. What was the point of having a recoupling if everybody had a chance to bring somebody in the villa? And I know that everybody's going to vote for Carl. Aniya mama said that she voted for Carl. But y'all better remember. Y'all better remember. And I went back and looked, baby. Carl kissed Aniya first. But y'all tell me who Carl kissed when he kissed second at that challenge when all of the Casa boys came in. Let me know who he kissed second when he had to kiss his girl, when his choice of two girls. Aniya was first. Let me know who was second. I want to see it in the chat. And don't you tell him, Q. Who did he kiss second? Thank you, Miss him. Y'all better be careful, baby. Yes, he did. He kissed Kenzie. And Kenzie is motherfucking ruthless. Kenzie is ruthless. Kenzie is ruthless. And she will explore him. She will explore him. Okay? Now, if I could have voted, I would have voted for Corey. It would have been nice to see Sincere and Corey battle for Mel. And I also want to see what Sincere gonna do, being that Corey went back and told Mel what he was saying to Soul and her, right? And Sincere, you can't really be upset because you went over there and told Aniya some shit that KC told you. Some shit that KC told you. Okay? Now, after Sydney and Amara, who cares? They not doing nothing. Ain't nobody gonna be into them. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying what we see on the show. It don't seem like anybody is into the black girls on the show. I think that Love Island USA need to do a better job at casting guys that are, that's on the show, and make sure that they got the guys that are in there, not just that are, I want y'all to bring in men who really like black women. It doesn't seem like y'all are bringing people in on the show that like black women. Okay? Well, let me give y'all my thoughts. I feel like Aniya is a follower. Aniya know good and damn well that she should have kept Carl. And I think that Aniya is delusional. I think that she's a follower. And I think that she's trying to have the same experience that Mel and Kata have. And that is not necessarily her experience. She is looking for a fairy tale ending. And the thing is, she's looking at Mel and Kata like they have a fairy tale ending. And they don't even have one. In what world did you think that Casey was really going to pick you? Baby, Mel, I'm telling you that Mel is a girl from Philly. Mel used her third eye. Mel saw them girls at Casa. She scanned the room with her third eye. And she knew none of them girls were sincere types. And she knew that she was good. But I can guarantee you, if Soul had walked in over there at Casa, it would have been over with. Aniya saw the Fulani braid bitch, and she knew that she had competition. That's why when she started crying, not the Fulani hair bitch, but see, girl, your man type was in there. Your man told you that he liked black women. And see, the hate online, the girls are upset. Aniya fans are upset because the way that the stuff that Casey pulled into Aniya was true. His type was black women. He left Casa with a black woman, a real black woman. Okay? And that's what they upset about. Okay? But Aniya, you seen that your man type was in there. You didn't believe it because you ain't really into black yourself. The whole time he was trying to pour into you, the whole time you was just like this. This nigga crazy. I'm beautiful. Nigga, please. Right? But he told you what his type was. His type was in there. And you tried to follow what the other girls did, and you ended up looking like a fool. And see, her mama, them told her that she was a princess, and she deserved a fairy tale ending. And because she grew up with money, they was able to buy everything for her. But baby, no. You can't buy people and you can't buy emotions. And Aniya, I'm just being honest with you, baby. Just what we saw with you and KC on the show, you don't even seem like a fun person to be around. It seemed like that your love language was words of affirmation and he was trying to pour that into you every day. We didn't really see you do anything. He said that his love language was acts of affection, and it seems like you was trying to manipulate him with it. And he was pouring into you every day. You don't seem to be an interesting person that somebody wants to be around, like a girlfriend. You don't seem to be. You in your head all the time? You in here arguing with me over a bitch that's not even here? Huh? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense, baby. It doesn't make sense. Okay? But y'all, so I do feel bad for Aniya though. But she knew better. She knew better. Casey is goofy and he said that he likes girls that can be goofy with him. Y'all, Casey is 22 or 23 years old, y'all. Casey is 22 or 23 years old. And like Casey said before, I'm not about to be up here paying for shit that I didn't do. I'm sitting up here having to pay for shit, and you up here punishing me for shit I didn't do. You punishing me because Sincere went and picked a light-skinned girl. You punishing me. Like, what are we doing? Black men in LA go for soul, not Aniya. But baby, KC went for TT. He went for the Aniyas of the world. He went for the Aniyas of the world. All right? But y'all, that's all I got. I got to get in here and make some chicken. Okay? But I will be here tomorrow. I wanted to go on hot, baby. Listen, when I tell you I am so embarrassed. I see black guys with dark girls all the time in LA. So, JW, if you don't stop telling that goddamn lie, now I'm playing. I'm playing. Okay? Sincere picked someone from his own group. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Amara knew she didn't have a motherfucking chance. Amara, girl, Amara, if you was over there trying to get into the house, baby, you should have been feeling, baby, I would have been, girl, let me tell you something. If I was in Casa, if I was a girl that wanted to be on the show and wanted the chance at $100,000 and was trying to get into the house, baby, I would have been all up in, Caleb's face, and I would have been all up in Bryce's face. All in their face. All in their face. But what are they planning to do with this stab of TT? She wouldn't have to stab him if they weren't fucking with her. And you know what I love about what I love about TT? Dr. Do It Yourself? Because she the ghetto girl, right? She didn't call them no bitch. She didn't call them no hoe. She has never said anything bad about Aniya. She has never called Aniya out of her name. Even when she was at Casa, she never referred to her as a bitch or a hoe or a slut. She has never done it. You cannot say that about those girls over there at the villa. Aniya has called this girl a Fulani braid bitch. The other girl called her a hoe. Trinity called her a hoe. Even when she was arguing back and forth with them, she never called nobody a bitch, no hoe, no slut, or nothing like that. She has never done it. She has never done it. I'm not saying that TT ain't the same. I ain't saying that TT ain't the same. I'm not saying that she a saint. But them girls that over there ain't no saints either. They far from it. If you ask me, they lower than her. I didn't like that, but they don't have a restraining order. Baby, listen, we all probably have a restraining order, so I got to know what happened first. Okay? But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.
Call Daddy, tell him 25. Call Daddy, tell him